Hello, and welcome to episode 60 of the Cooler Guild. I am Coop Cooper, and joined with me, as always, is my co-host, Van Crisp.
Hello.
We're recording on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. On today's episode, we're going to go over the Reigns 0-0 draw against Denver, their first ever game against Denver. That took place in Spokane. We'll quickly also recap the other results in the league, preview the Reigns' next match, and I don't know, maybe we'll talk about some other stuff. We never know.
We don't.
I could give us a guideline, but who knows where this goes. But first, some housekeeping.
The Cooler Guild is part of the Sounder at Heart podcast network. You can either listen to us on our public feed, or if you're a Sounder at Heart subscriber, on the private unified feed with the other podcasts on the network. If you'd like to become a subscriber, just visit our page at sounderatheart.com/the Cooler Guild. New subscribers get 10% off the normal rate, and you'll help support everything we're doing.
What you been up to?
Working.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my 8:30 to 5 job.
Cool. When does your school stuff kind of start rolling?
Not soon enough. Because then I will have even less of a life. No, I'm just happy. I was happy to have a weekend at home.
Yeah.
Because for the 2 weekends before that, it was Portland and then Spokane.
Yeah.
So I was happy to finally not be driving, could stay at home.
That's nice.
I was going to go to Spokane for last weekend's game before I went to the Spokane game, and I was like, I do not want to do that drive again.
What did you do? Were you puzzling at home, I assume?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Doing an annoying puzzle. You said you mowed the lawn today?
Yeah, got that out of the way. I think I might be going to the movies tomorrow, maybe. We'll see how my head's been feeling, but my friend, he's always trying to get me to go to movies, and I'm not really a movie person. I'm just not. But he's always trying to get me to go to movies, and there's an old movie theater in town that all movies are $5. And like their drinks and stuff are cheap, and they serve like beer and stuff. But they're playing Stand By Me there. Oh. And I was like, I could go see Stand By Me, I think.
Yeah. And
then I forgot that the Sounders were playing at the same time. And then I was upset. And then I was like, what if I have a headache? The Sounders game's on. I was like, ugh. Alex was there when I kind of agreed to go to this thing. And I like asked her later, I was like, did it sound like I for sure committed to going to this movie with my friend Daniel? And she's like, yeah, Coop, you said you're going to the movie, so you have to go. And I was like, ugh. I was like, what do you think the chances he'll cancel though are? Anyways, I'm a little upset about that, but I'm sure it'll be a nice time.
Yeah.
As long as my head doesn't hurt, it'll be fine. But I like the theater. It's like a fun little experience. So,
is it like an older theater, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I wonder what year it was built, actually. What's it called? The Columbian? Okay, cool. I can't find any information out.
Wow, what a productive 1 minute.
1923.
Okay. It's over 100 years old.
Yeah, it was built after the Great Fire that happened.
The Great Fire of Astoria. Well, I hope you either go to the movies and have a really good time, or you don't and have a really good time.
I'm sure. I mean, it's one of those things where like you kind of don't want to go, but like it'll be fine once you get there. Anyways, we have a brain game to go over. Super exciting stuff. Except for maybe it's not, because it was a 0-0 draw.
I know. I was filling out the info and I was like, ooh, scoring summary. Well, nothing. And then misconduct summary. And then I was like, oh, no cards this game. Yeah,
we got spoiled last time for sure.
Yeah.
The last 2 times we got spoiled. So
plenty of other stuff happened around the league, but we can go over that later. So 0-0 draw against expansion team Denver.
They're good.
They're not terrible.
I think they're pretty good for an expansion side, and they're gonna. I mean, I don't really like Lindsay Heaps, but the fact that they're adding her at some point for like on a leadership level, that'll be good for them too. But I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty evenly distributed match, minus some like late game onslaughts by Denver.
Yeah, it was a little rough for a bit to watch. It's one of these matches where I just felt like if we were fully healthy, we would have won. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it was a little frustrating, but I also feel like it's good to take an undefeated record in Spokane, 2 of those being wins, back home to your actual home.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like this could have easily gone either way. We could have won the match 1-0, could have lost the match 1-0.
Definitely.
So I'll take the point.
It did to me, yeah. At the end, I was kind of thinking, oh, this kind of felt like a Chicago win. A little bit.
Yeah.
Although Chicago win these days might just be like a 1-0 loss.
Yeah. Kind of changing tunes there. We'll talk about that later. But there was a notable stat.
Yeah, Claudia Dickey now has the most saves in club history with 190 saves, passing Hope Solo, who previously held the record. She actually did seem pretty stoked about this record to be breaking.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting, because we hear Claudia Dickey talk a lot. There was a lot more like happiness inflection in her voice.
She's very flat usually.
Not in a bad way.
No. It is hard to read her personality though.
A little bit.
Is she like the driest like person ever? Like that's
She's
what
probably fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I can't tell, but I don't really care because she plays well.
Yeah, most saves in club history. I mean, a lot of that had to do with last year.
She had to do
How many saves she had to make every game.
Yeah, I'd be curious in like what the saves per game ended up totaling to.
Oh yeah, we can go back and look at that, but
in comparison. But yeah, congrats to her though. It's a cool stat to have.
And anytime you pass Hope Solo in any record says something about you.
It's gotta feel cool, despite what people think about her and what she has made people think about her with their own actions.
Yeah, but we can kind of roll this into the first part of the what worked category.
Yeah,
because Claudia Dickey, she didn't really have to come up like super clutch.
No, but
it was just a very consistent, steady game for her.
Yeah, there's a couple crucial saves in the second half, but Denver's goalkeeper is also fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, Abby Smith is great.
Yeah, it's a good pickup for them.
I remember when she was playing for Houston last year, and she played when Seattle played them at home. She played in that game because Jane Campbell had just been screwing it up, and they did what not a lot of teams would do and let Abby Smith start. Yeah, and she played great for them. Yeah. I mean, there's some shaky moments, but somebody that hasn't been a consistent starter in the league, I thought she did really, really well. Mm-hmm. And then Jane Campbell came back and she got benched again. So I think it was a really, really smart move for Denver and a really good move for her to get to a place where she could be a starter in this league, because she is. Yeah, and she's getting highly at Rios, like it seems like quite consistently. Yeah. She's really good. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets some sort of call up at some point. Maybe not with the World Cup on the horizon so much, but because they're still trying to decide the 1 and 2. Unless something happens to the 3. I don't know. Yeah, the thing is she's older. Well, sometimes that's a good thing though. Yeah, but she's 32. Says you. Yeah, I'm ancient. Remember, I'm almost 40. I just think that third slot's really not tied up. No, especially since Jane Campbell's the one that was called into it and had a really mediocre week. Yeah. But I'm saying if she keeps having these good games, it might be worth a look. Oh, for sure. So now that we're gassing up the other goalkeeper, Claudia Dickey also just, Claudia Dickey's literally fighting for the number 1 spot. Yeah. I mean, this was a good goalkeeper game though. I know as someone who used to be a goalkeeper yourself, I'm sure you really enjoyed watching this. I did. Yeah. I did. There were 2 very good moments for Claudia Dickey, that kind of point blank header on the far post, that long crossing ball. Yeah. And Curry just kind of lost her mark. Header right there, but Claudia Dickey's positioning was perfect. Yeah. And then Abby Smith on Mercado's breakaway in the first half. Oh, God. Yeah. Again, just closing down the angle. And I think I was going to talk about this later, but I think had Mercado just had a little bit of composure and kind of stopped momentum and pulled to the right and shot, it would have been fine. But Abby Smith did incredibly, coming out, taking the angle and making the stop on that. So it was a fun game for me. As a goalkeeper, as a Reign fan, I wish we would have won. Yeah. Yeah. It's always the hope. We do have one constant though, other than Claudia Dickey.
I just feel like we could just like copy and paste the audio from each week for how good Sim Meza is every single time. She was phenomenal in this game. Once again, I pulled up a couple of fun little stats. She had 7 tackles and she won 11 duels. And like the next person below her wasn't even like, it wasn't even close. She's so tenacious.
It's a good word for it.
Yeah. Big fan. Still a big fan.
There was a point in the second half where she somehow had the ball at her feet and got out of 2 players, just like tippy tapping. The ball doesn't leave her feet. I remember somebody last season said it's like she's got Velcro.
Totally.
And that's what it feels like. Yeah.
Watch it come out. She puts glue on her shoes. What's that, pine tar?
Yeah. That's exactly where I was going. Yeah. The scandal of the century.
The first pine tar scandal. Sim Meza's feet.
She's got some of that sticky handball stuff.
She's just like, gotta watch her on the sideline.
Why is her face so shiny? Oh
fuck.
No, I don't think so. It's just the instinct of putting her body between the other player and the ball and how incredibly she moves when she's on the ball.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. And she's still so early in her career. What a treat for us.
Absolute treat.
Yeah. Another things that worked, I already brought this up, but we're undefeated in Spokane. I didn't see that. I really had no idea what way this was going to go when we went to Spokane. So the fact that we finished this out. And what did I say? I don't remember.
I said it could be the disruption that we need.
Yeah, sure. Especially since the other teams coming to visit don't know what's going on either.
Yeah. It's that our players thrive under pressure and weird circumstances, and I feel like this was one of them.
Yeah, pretty neat. The last thing I had put down was what worked for me is you brought it up already a little bit, but I'm really enjoying Mercado. I'm enjoying her starting. I do think we're going to have to keep doing rotation as we get players healthy with Darlene and Fischl hopefully soon. But Mercado is a player who I think would be so awesome to bring off the bench too. I love her starting. Don't get me wrong. I love her starting, but like I'm just picturing her on the sidelines, just like, oh, I'm going to get in here and fuck shit up.
Yeah, just brewing.
Yeah. And she can just fucking go all out because she won't have to, like pace herself for the whole game. She was great. She was really great.
Yeah. This stretch of matches has been incredible for her.
That ball that she lobbed up the field to Adames.
Oh, so good.
So good.
Just a vision.
It's too bad Adames couldn't have a little more composure in that moment, because man, that would have been so good. It would have been. The assist would have been the reason why too. Oh God, that was so nice. It's good to know she's always looking up field too. I think that can kind of help whoever's on the field with her kind of make sure they're staying higher up a little bit.
Well, and I think that's kind of the point, right? Is really stretching the back line. We tried to do that last year with Heidema, but Heidema didn't really have the speed.
But like she used to play where Mercado is playing. I never really saw her trying shit like that.
Right. She wasn't quick enough.
Yeah.
So
my, how this is working out so far.
She's just a more dynamic player.
Yeah.
And is converting. And I think that Mercado brings this sense of like goal hungry that we haven't really had from a player in a while. I think I mentioned this in the last episode.
Years. It's been years.
Yeah. But it's really fun to watch. And I think her being goal hungry, it kind of rubs off on the players around her because, she's looking to score. Well, maybe I need to look score. Maybe I need to look to get her in.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really dilly-dallying. They're being more direct, which I enjoy.
It's got to turn up the heat on everybody else, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have anything else? I mean, it's a 0-0 draw, so...
Nah, not really. Not in the what worked category.
What didn't work for you?
Oh, the finishing. Like I said with the Mercado chance in the first half, I think they need to be more clinical. It happened with a chance in the second half, too, where she's coming across the box right straight at a cross on the ground, and she kind of flicks it up, and it goes over. Just gotta be a little bit more clinical in those positions. Same thing with the Damas on that breakaway. Just really not being able to take a second and place the ball. Instead, just kick it right at the goalkeeper. But to be fair, the goalkeeper was in the right spot.
Yeah, it's interesting to look at this game and our finishing not being as good when we played someone who's playing really well at goalkeeper versus the last 2 games that we had, where it wasn't the best performances from those goalkeepers.
Last 3 games.
Yeah, so we got to find the right, ways to, I don't know, deal with the pressure of playing like a good goalkeeper, I guess. They start making saves and then it's like, well, you got to change something up then. But they kind of just kept, I noticed this with everybody. They seemed like some of their balls were just kind of getting whiffed. Not just the shots, like some passes were getting a little whiffed. I think Fish had one upfield, and then Curry had a really bad one.
Curry.
They put that in the highlight reel, and there was no reason to put it in there other than just to be like, look at this whiff. I was like, what the hell?
There's just shank, really.
I know. So I'm curious on how they'll perform against other top goalkeepers in the league, because they're gonna have to be, as
specifically players that are actually top goalkeepers in the league.
True.
Right, because the 2 games before were KC, where you've got Lorena, who's supposedly one of the best goalkeepers in the league, if not the best. She's not.
Yeah.
Put 3 on her. Mm-hmm. And then you got Jordan Bloomer in the Louisville game. Mm-hmm. Makes a big mistake. Lets a goal in. Second goal was really good. Mm-hmm. So, and then you come out against a more aggressive goalkeeper, a better shot stopper with solid, a pretty solid defense, and you have issues.
Yeah. Predictability. I mean, they brought it up in the press conference, but the predictability maybe with their shooting, and they are working on trying to be more unpredictable, which I think is really great to hear that, because it's like, oh, you've connected the dots on what needs to change.
Yeah.
To find success.
I will say another good thing that's come out of this. How much of the Laura Harvey out conversation have you heard in the last 3 weeks?
Almost none.
Yeah.
I would say almost none. It's kind of funny. They really silenced themselves. We'll bring it up in the press conference, but there is a bigger vision here, and we're not at the end product still.
No, we knew that.
Yeah. So anyone who's saying Harvey out, I'm like, are you really following what's happening?
I appreciate the reactionary parts of it.
Yeah.
Because that means there's passion.
Yeah, they care about the team.
But at the same time, find the right people to blame.
Yeah, totally.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to bring that up.
I kind of had been thinking the same thing, so glad you brought it up.
What else didn't work? Oh, the left side.
Oh man, Sonos was fucking shit up. She was everywhere. She was pushing really high up, and Mondesir and Curry were not connected defensively. No. It was not Mondesir's game. No, it wasn't. She, after performing really, really well in the last 2 matches, really fell off this game. Yeah. And I think it was the increased pressure. I think Denver was a lot quicker to get pressure on the ball when we had possession. And we know that Mondesir can struggle with that. And then just defensively, she wasn't strong enough. She wasn't fast enough. And the disconnect with her and Curry was utterly apparent at times. I didn't think Curry had a terrible game, but it definitely wasn't her best performance. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they didn't give up a goal, I think you can have not your best performance and not give up a goal with the most threatening player on the team coming right at you. I think that says something. We can be as negative as we want about it, but in the end, did anything really happen? No. Yeah. So take that for what it is. Sure. And you also added something about Yasmin Ryan here. Oh man, she's so good. Her and Sonos are gonna be a problem the more time they get together. Yeah, and against worse defenses. Yeah, Casey. Yeah, I mean Ryan. I think they got lucky that it's earlier in the season, I would say, because she had some looks and didn't quite hit them at goal. And I mean, I just feel like there's a little bit of luck going on there, because she is so talented. Shame on Houston for not figuring out a way to make that work, because she's a phenomenal player.
Yeah, she's good and fast.
Yeah.
I'll add one more thing here that I felt should have been different. And this is a personal, no logic behind this other than my eyes and my feelings. I thought Brittany Ratcliffe played really, really well when she came on. I think she's strong. I think defensively she's good, and she can take it on the break.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would have been a lot more productive sooner than the 77th minute when she was subbed on.
Yeah, I agree.
And she came on for Adames, who I don't know if Adames was fatigued, but we left Mondesir in the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And Mondesir was not productive at all.
Mm-hmm.
Take Mondesir out, put Ratcliffe in, leave Adames on. She's young. The children can deal with the extra,
especially with the break coming.
Minutes.
Well, also break coming, so like might as well.
But I thought that was an interesting decision. But I'd like to see Ratcliffe sooner if we're not having opportunities and are struggling. I think that she's getting to that super sub category.
Yeah,
and I would like to see more of her sooner in the games if she's going to be subbing on.
Yeah, she's fun. She brings, I think that experience that she's had with being in the league for so long would have helped us, like maybe not had those nervy moments near the end defensively.
I think it just could have helped all around. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart Podcast Network, which now includes No Sarietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. We've been independent since August of 2023, but need your support to make sure it continues. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible by your continued support. Memberships start as low as $25 a year, which not only helps make podcasts like this one happen, but also gets you access to everything we produce. If you're able to support us at higher levels, starting at $75 a year, you gain access to a host of other perks, most notably entry into our members-only Discord, where the smartest, funniest, and most engaged commenters share their thoughts and ideas. To find out more, just visit sounderatheart.com and click the subscribe button in the top right corner. Thanks for listening.
Post-match presser, they brought in Phoebe, McLernan, and Curry. My main takeaway that I got from this was that they're evolving their offense. I think everyone who's been following the team can see that that's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
It's a little painful at times. They brought up that like last year they were kind of able to hone in and focus on their defense and kind of get that figured out, and now they're able to figure out what their offensive identity is.
Yep.
And we're starting to see that.
Last year when the offense was working, the defense wasn't working.
Yeah.
It was like one or the other.
Well, and the offense was never great anyways when it was working.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm thinking the Chicago game last year.
Oh, but that's Chicago. You know, that's Chicago. Yes. That was such a shit show.
It's Lujamila for you.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we could score 3 goals, we also gave up 3 goals, which is kind of unprecedented for the team last year. So it was like a sacrifice, one or the other, where now it feels like a more, for lack of a better corporate term, a more symbiotic relationship.
Oh, here we go. Put that on a poster.
Oh, the Jessica Berman is wearing off on me.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You're on your way to the UAE right now, I'm sure.
Oh, gross. Never. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got out of that one, too. Seemed like they were disappointed, but not mad.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they know that there were some things exposed, that Denver exposed on the defensive side and especially in the midfields, and they have something to work on with this week off.
I got a while off.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I mean, before the next game, I don't know like what time off they're going to get for, you know, if they're going to get a little time away from training. But yeah, it's a ways away.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, quite a bit. Harvey... This is the point that I was kind of trying to...
No, it's 3 weeks. Sorry.
3
I
weeks.
can't tell dates. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The Harvey point that she brought up that I was kind of like wanted to tie back into people who are Harvey out. She said that the team knows that they're on a journey and they're not exactly where they want to be, but you can see where they're trying to go. And I think that is good to express. I think it's frustrating for some fans that this is maybe happening, but I also think it's good to remember where we were, like, what, 2 years ago? It was bad.
The year we started this podcast.
Oh God. So for me, I am enjoying this ride. I maybe grow impatient at times, and there's lots of skepticism, but that's kind of just what's going to happen when there's all these changes happening and they're trying new stuff. But it's starting to come together. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
We're seeing glimpses for sure.
Yeah.
You're kind of seeing some results, I would say, or some flashes of results from what they're trying to do and the growth that they're trying to achieve in this. And I think that, when you have a bad game, that just goes out the window for people. And unfortunately, we had a bad game 2 games into the season, and that's always it's going to come back for the rest of the year. Hopefully it ends after that, but that's helpful. But we didn't have a lot to look back on as far as growth when the bad things happened. But now, we've got 3 games since, and you can kind of point to those positives that we've seen and kind of come to a different conclusion other than one that's a reactionary and emotional of like, get her out, she's not doing anything.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add on to that?
No, I think she seemed happy to be out of there, out of this stretch. It was a crazy stretch of games.
Yeah.
And started off with a weather delay. Second game, abysmal loss in Portland, and then having to play 3 home games in Portland or in Spokane.
Yeah.
That's just a wild first 5 games. And to come out of that with 3 wins, 1 loss, and a tie.
And ending that in 3rd place in the standings.
I'm happy with that.
I'm very happy with that. Cool.
That's how I feel about it.
Great. Do you want to move on to the Cooler Player of the Match?
Let's do it.
Cool. The Cooler Player of the Match is brought to you by The Doctor's Office, a great little 12-seat bar on Capitol Hill. The owner's a big fan of the rain and is proud to be our first sponsor.
There's a lot of things that could have gone Cooler Player of the Match this game. We had a bit of a discussion about it, but we came to, some would say, an unexpected choice. We love her, though.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a moment where she absolutely bodied someone, and it was kind of the highlight of the match for me. So this Cooler Player of the Match goes to Phoebe McLernon.
Yeah.
Stalwart of the defense.
She had
center back, underappreciated center back supreme.
Yeah.
And like I was telling you, I think with the chaos, with Denver's push, I think that she really helps with the organization back there. Something that I was wondering what was going to happen when Lou Barnes left.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's really stepped up, and she leads by example. And I think she was really helpful in this match. So
yeah,
she's also her.
Yeah, she's also been doing it with a new partnership so far this year. So yeah, credit to her. I think this is, right time, well earned, especially with everything that's been happening. So congrats, Phoebe.
Congrats. Thanks again to our sponsor, The Doctor's Office. The Doctor's Office is the best place to grab a drink before or after a rain match. Make an appointment today and indulge in their limited edition cocktail, the Solar Eclipse. Very on message with what's happening in the space now. The Solar Eclipse has rich balsamic and Japanese whiskey layered with citrus, earthy notes of Fernet Valet. I love Fernet. And just a hint of chocolate, served with candied ginger and dried apricot to cleanse the palate.
They also put They also put the like a little garnish on top with the little apricot and the ginger. Like it's like a little like celestial. Did you see how that was put on there?
Yeah,
it's so cool. It looks like a planet.
It's amazing. This is the best bar. It is. Check out their Instagram at TDO Seattle, or better yet, go drink there in person. Cheers.
Cheers. Do you have any final thoughts on the match before we move on to other NWSL results?
I think I already gave them.
Cool.
Anything from you?
No. I feel happy. I'm hoping we can keep the momentum going, I guess.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's always interesting after a break to see how the team comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, I guess if we want to, I can put that on the preview for the next game. I'll just talk about that then. But
okay.
I'm good with my final thoughts. Other NWSL results. Boston still sucks.
Boss Nation?
More like Lost Nation. a good one, huh?
Why didn't I think of that? Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Headaches won't get me down.
Oh, man. Okay. I have a couple notes from this match. There's another play-by-play guy who's not the worst person I've ever heard on a microphone, who sounds a lot like that guy, but he doesn't yell at you.
Oh.
And it's just much more pleasant to listen to. And his name is Tyler Terrans, and he was on the call for this match. I just wanted to point that out when I watched it. The other note I had...
Did you see the result?
Of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed it when you were laughing, and I'm just thinking about my joke.
Oh, did I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not.
Okay.
I thought you said, did you see it? I was like, yeah, I watched it.
Did you say it? No. Did you say the result?
San Diego won. I mean, Boston's lost nation.
I know. I just didn't know how bad they lost. 1-0, maybe that's an improvement for them.
No, because Ludmila is freaking clutch. And I think she might save San Diego in the pre-Mercario era.
It's a wise thing to bet on.
I don't even know when Mercario is going to start. Is that going to be Mercario? Yeah.
Macario.
Yeah, that's what I said. Mercario.
You're saying Mercario.
I said Mercario.
You spelt it Mercario though, so now maybe I'm just reading it weird.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Okay. I don't know when she's starting because doesn't she have like some sort of knock or something?
I don't know. So I don't know when she's going to be in, but for now they have Ludmila.
And that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
Your comments in the next game. Orlando beat Angel City 2-1. I mean, it's kind of nice that Angel City gets knocked down. I don't mind that. Yeah. Van has a comment here. Watts, and there's a goal.
So there's let me put that today. Orlando won 2-1. All 3 goals were scored. First one was scored in the 84th minute.
I just saw that. Holy shit. That's wild.
There's a goal in the Orlando scores in the 84th minute. And then Angel City ties it up in 90+2. There were 10 minutes of added time originally. Mm-hmm. And then 90+8. McCutcheon scored.
McClutcheon. She's always good.
McClutcheon, yeah. She scored both goals for Orlando. But fucking Mike Watts says Barbara Banda scores.
Walk in, my man. Walk in the game. The end of the game. That's the one
He's
time
never watching. He's too fucking like stuck on what weird Taylor Swift lyric he's gonna put in next.
Van has in the comments in all caps. Watts announces it for Banda like the fucking dimwit he is. Very funny.
My hate will not go unnoticed. Yeah, so Orlando pulls that one out, knocks Angel City down. Orlando is playing at home. I want to see more people at their games. So I hope they can get that together. And then the goal blowout of the weekend was Houston-Louisville. And 4 of those goals were penalties.
What a mess.
Yeah, it was. And all 4 penalties that were called were converted, including the game winner in 90+9. So that
makes sense. I guess there's just that many penalties. There's usually that much added on time.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
And then Utah-Chicago. Chicago's bad.
Really bad.
And the only goal scored in this game was a penalty from Tanaka, who's really Utah's like biggest threat.
Yeah, it's like their maybe only threat now that Sentnor's gone.
Yeah. KC and Gotham. KC beat Gotham 2-1.
Finally get something going for KC.
Yeah, finally. Is it because Chewinga? She made her first appearance since October and got an assist. Jaden Shaw also came back from injury and scored for Gotham. Late in the game, Gotham has a corner kick.
Yeah, I saw this. It's good.
Has a corner kick, and Catcher Berger is in the box, and ball doesn't come to her, so she kind of like floats out to just beyond the top of the box. And the ball kind of bounces around and it comes out to her and she takes a touch and then like kind of backs up and takes a freaking banger shot.
It was close. It was close. I would have lost my goddamn mind.
I would have lost it. Forced Lorena to make a save in the last minute of extra time.
Oh, God. Can you imagine how annoying I would be if Catherine Berger scores on Lorena? and like a goal like that. Like a goalkeeper's never scored a goal like that in this league. There was just like clusterfuck goals in the box, like messy goals.
I think the one that was a straight header from a corner.
Yeah, there's been a few, but feel like that's typically what they are. But
that would have been the biggest banger for sure. But yeah, KC finally got one and beat Gotham.
Don't hate that.
Who's now sitting in 13th place.
Casey's in 11th there. I mean, I'm personally enjoying it. It's not going to last.
North Carolina played Portland, tied 2-2. Raylan Turner, though, scored the first goal, and it was kind of this weird diving header with another player, with the defender, and she didn't even celebrate. She was down after the goal.
That's not good.
She stayed in, she got up, but then eventually had to be subbed out in the 25th minute.
Was it a head injury?
No, it was like a leg thing. But apparently in the post-match presser, the coach said he didn't think it was that bad.
Okay. Hopefully it's not. She's been good for them. I mean, I like watching her. I hate Portland, but she's good.
Yeah, you don't want to see somebody get injured like that either.
No.
And then the Bay against DC, against Washington Spirit. Washington Spirit won 2-0. There was the weirdest own goal I've ever seen. One of the weirdest, especially in this league. They're on like the near post, and Silkowitz goes to clear the ball, and it kind of hits off the defender's leg and rolls up and back, and it loops back into the goal.
Oh, no.
Very weird. And then there was a moment where Silkowitz comes out of the box, and the ball's about to go out, and they're outside the 18, like on the end line, and their ball's kind of bouncing around, and it kicks out, and she just puts her hand out so it doesn't go over the goal line or go over the end line. So not saving a goal scoring opportunity, whatnot, but she handballs it outside the box. That's a yellow card.
I heard about this, yeah.
By the rules.
Yeah.
No card was given. They don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's not good.
The other thing that happened in this match, which I shared the video with you earlier, it was right before halftime, and two Washington Spirit players, we looked up how to say this player's name, but I can't. It's D. Guglielmo.
Okay.
Guglielmo, something like that. And Tara Rudd. The ball comes up, and they're both going for it to clear it out, and they just smack heads. And they're both bleeding. They're both down. It's gnarly. Rudd, the other player subbed off after that, and then Rudd stayed in the game with a head wrap on. I feel like you hit your head that hard against another player's head, you should have to leave the field.
Yeah, the cut was bad.
She had changed her jersey because there was blood on it.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that pans out if they're both on concussion protocol, because if they're both on concussion protocol, especially Rudd, and she played the rest of the match, oof,
yeah, someone screwed up.
That's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, wrapping up the weekend, going into the little international break here. San Diego's on top, 12 points. We're tied with Portland in second and third on 10 points. And Angel City's dropped to fourth.
I'll take it.
I'm not mad about it.
No. Does anything surprise you so far?
No, because I called this. I said, traditionally not great teams, Houston Dash, Utah, us, San Diego, all high up, whereas you have KC, Gotham, all below the playoff line right now, which we're early in the season. But we're seeing kind of I wouldn't call it parity in the league, but a little bit more than normal, I would say.
Sure. We got a long break, though, so who knows what's going to happen when we get back.
Who knows? Because there are 3 USWNT national team friendlies coming up.
Very fun. It's against Japan as well.
Yeah, it'll be good games. Sunday, April 11th, 2:30 p.m. at PayPal Park on TNT. Tuesday, April 14th, 7 p.m. Lumen Field. We haven't hosted a game in a while.
I think the last one was the one against Brazil, right?
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah, we did lose.
Yeah. Was that 2016?
I think you're right. It was.
So it's been 10 years.
16 or 15. It was while was I still in Seattle? I can't remember. I just remember that guy with the wearing Hope So's actual gloves, drinking the beer.
That game's on True TV, and then there's another game on Friday at 6 p.m. and that one's at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Commerce City, Colorado, also on True TV.
Cool. Should be fun to see what they do. World Cup's coming up. Pressure's on. People got to start, turning things up. So
can't be an experiment with players forever.
No. See what Emma does. See if she's cooking.
And then after that, we have the next rain game.
Yeah, we're playing Utah Royals, everyone's favorite bad team. That's going to be our first game at Lumen Field finally. Sunday, April 26th at 5 p.m. It's going to be on Victory Plus, not on Fox 13, so just on Victory Plus. So if you haven't signed up for that, got that going, do that. This is going to be the first, I don't, maybe, do the Sounders get a game on this grass before we do? It's our first game on grass. So at home, which is kind of rad. We'll see how good the grass is. You never know. You never fucking know. As excited as I am about it, you won't know until you see someone trying to actually play on the surface. I know there were some
It'll
complaints.
be before the World Cup, though.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to see?
I want to start this, home stand back at Lumen Field. I want to start it with a win. I mean, I always want to win, so this is kind of just what I'm always going to say. But I think it's important to kind of establish your home field advantage and just rack up the wins. You don't want to lose here. You can't lose here. You need to establish that, and it needs to be the thing. Make it a trend, and then just keep doing it the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I think piggybacking on that, like, it's the first time we're going to be playing in Seattle this season.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have a group of people come out
mm-hmm.
that tie in for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And make it a fun game to watch.
Give them a show.
Play really well. Start building that base back up.
Totally. We saw it in Spokane.
It's not in Spokane. This is the first of 6 games before they go on the World Cup break. So see what happens.
Yeah. What do you want to see?
Maybe everyone healthy?
Fingers crossed. It's always a mystery. We never know like where some people are at fitness-wise and health-wise when it's Laura Harvey coaching. She likes to keep a little mystery.
She likes to be as unpredictable as she wants to play.
Yeah.
Score a bunch of goals.
Yeah.
You put, it is Utah, ...
It is Utah. It's not Chicago, but it is Utah.
It is Utah.
Don't make me eat my words. Don't make me eat my words, please.
To be fair, Utah are in 7th.
Yeah, but we should beat them.
We should beat them handily.
Yeah. And that's all we want.
That's it.
Thanks.
I was just looking at the table again. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it we got a little bit of a break coming. We are going to USM's national team game. And since there's 3 games against Japan, we might do an episode at some point between those, maybe after the Lumen Field game. I don't know. No promises. But we definitely want to dive into the experience and the crowd and stuff at Lumen. It doesn't happen often. And we're only getting this because they're going to have grass there for the World Cup. So if you haven't gotten tickets, go do that. They're pretty cheap, luckily.
Are they?
Some of them are, yeah. In my experience, if they seem a little too expensive, just wait till day of, honestly, because there's so many seats and they get pretty cheap. I remember paying full price for the one against Brazil. And then the same day I looked up tickets to see if there was better seats, and they were way cheaper than what I bought mine for. And that was really annoying.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they're doing a better job with availability and stuff like that. I don't know.
We'll see. I hope they get a good crowd out for the match. It is a weird time. Tuesday.
Yeah.
They have three pretty back-to-back games, though.
Mm-hmm. And they're staying on this side of the country for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of fun. That's also good for Rain for travel, at least for Claudia.
For Claudia, our one player.
I was we have some other players that got called up for other stuff. So yeah, they'll be traveling as well. Bug is called into camp. Coco got called up for Haiti. I don't know. There's other stuff going on, but
Bug, Adames, and I can't remember.
James Turner, maybe. It's the usual suspects.
Yeah, because there's some youth national team games too for the U.S. So got some players in for that.
Yeah.
Want any shout outs?
I don't think so.
Cool.
Not a lot going on these days for me.
Honestly, same.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks again to our sponsor, the Doctor's Office. You can go follow us on Bluesky and Instagram. We're at Cooler Guild Pod.
You can send us an email. We love an email, especially a reactionary post-match email. You can send that email to thecoolerguild@gmail.com. You can also visit our main page, sounderatheart.com/the Cooler Guild.
We're on YouTube, youtube.com/@thecoolerguild. Wherever you're listening, please go rate 5 stars. Go do that.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. Tell
Get
your friends.
Amped up for the Lumen Field opener.
Yeah, I did find out somebody at the radio station, because I go volunteer there sometimes. There's this older woman there. I shouldn't call her old, but she is older.
What is she, my age? She a year older than
she's
you?
in her 70s.
Okay.
But like we sit around and we like fold these like bi-monthly like magazines. I don't really know what you call them, but we fold them and like get mailers sent out to like the people who send monthly donations. And we got to chatting about our podcast, you know? And she was like, oh, what is it? I hadn't seen her for like 2 months or something like that. And she was like, oh, I listened to your podcast. It's pretty good.
The newest story contingent coming through.
And then like the other because it's always like I'm always like the youngest one there because it's mostly retirees in the middle of the day helping out, and then me. So the other lady was just like, oh, well, can you show me how to find it? So pretty soon we're gonna have a lot of older women at the rain games popping in from a bus from Astoria.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways,
I know. I always tell people, are like, oh, you have a podcast? And I'm like, yeah, you don't want to listen to it.
That's exactly how I sell it too. I'm just like, it's very niche.
You don't. We should be better about that.
Well, it was funny because someone at the station was just like, you have a sports podcast? And I was like, yeah, but like it's about one team and it's not a team that anyone here usually cares about. And she was just like, well, do you want to talk about sports on this station? I was like, if you want me to talk about the rain, sure. I just don't know that anyone in Oregon, at this part of Oregon, gives a shit.
Well, maybe they should start.
Yeah, I could start, a Astoria chapter of Rain fans because it is, so far I'm up to 1.
You know when they do those like jersey sales by region thing? Maybe there'll be a little cutout for Rain.
Yeah, in Astoria. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll keep spreading the word. All right. Till next time, I'm Coop.
I'm Van.
Stay cool, y'all.
Stay cool. Okay.
I caught that.
So classy.
Yeah.